This is question 6 of the C2 June 2015 Edexcel paper. And first of all, we're going to be looking at the first 4 marks of this question, which is find, that didn't really go that well, find the integral of 10x, open bracket, x to the power of a half, minus 2 with respect to x. So just to rewrite that over here, I'm going to end up with that being 10x, x to the power of a half, minus 2 dx. And for the first 4 marks, what we're going to have to do is integrate this and give each term in its simplest form. So we can't integrate this at the moment. So what I'm going to do is expand out the brackets. So I'm going to do 10x times by x to the power of a half. Now remember that that's x to the power of 1. So expanding this out, you would end up with 10x to the power of 3 over 2 minus 20x, and again this is to the power of 1. So with that in mind, what I'm actually going to be doing is integrating all of this with respect to x. And remember, when you're integrating, what you're doing is increasing the power by 1 and dividing by the new power. So that would become 10x 5 over 2 divided by 5 over 2 minus 20x squared over 2, which then, if you simplify it, you should end up with, so 10 divided by 5 over 2 is the same as 10 times by 2 over 5. So we're timesing 10 by 2, which is 20, dividing it by 5, so we're going to end up at 4x to the power of 5 over 2. Take away 10x squared, and then don't forget your plus c at the end of that. Now for the second part of this question, you've been given a sketch. Figure 2 shows the sketch of the part of the curve C with the equation, the one we've used beforehand. Curve C starts at the origin and crosses the x-axis at 4, 0. The area, shown shaded in figure 2, consists of 2 finite regions which is bound by the curve C, the x-axis, and the line x equals 9. Now use your answer for part A to find the total area of the shaded regions. Now really for this question, you need to really make sure you don't screw this up by, first of all, integrating straight away between 9 and 0. That's going to end up with the wrong answer because this part of the area will end up being negative, but as area can't be negative, what you'll be doing is integrating that, changing the value that you get, which should be a minus number, into a positive value. So again, that's wrong, so I'm just going to get rid of that. So actually, what you want to be doing here is integrating between 9 and 0. No, that's not what you want to be doing. Sorry, you want to be integrating between 9 and 4 of the equation that we already have. So 10x, x to the power of a half minus 2 dx, and we're going to add that to the answer that you get with this integral here. So notice that the limits are between 9 and 4, and we're going to find the answer between 4 and 0. Now before you even attempt to integrate this or attempt to substitute in values into this, again, bear in mind that this value here will become negative and this value here will be positive. So actually you want to be able to change this area so it's positive before you put the two together. So looking at what I've got, we already have the integrated form, so let's just substitute in the values that we have. So that's going to be 4x to the power of 5 over 2 minus 10x squared, and let's take the limits for this one to be 9 and 4, and so you'll end up with 162 minus, and then in brackets minus 32, which will give you 194. Substituting in now the values for 4 and 0, you will end up with minus 32, take away 0, substituting in 0 for any value here for x is going to give 0, so therefore your solution is minus 32. So again, remember that this is not actually the answer. Your actual area for this one is going to be 32. So putting that together, the area in total will be 194 plus 32, which again, you can use your calculator if you really want to. You'll end up with the answer of 226. And that is how you end up with all 9 marks of this question.